everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back here to another video. If this is your first time watching, my name is Aaron. I have a 2012 Shelby GT500. I try to post content once a week this time of year, maybe once every other week, just because it's a slower time of the year. But if you like to watch car content, GT500 content, and other Mustang content, please consider hitting subscribe. That'll also help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I am doing a giveaway to 2 of my subscribers. As soon as I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away some ceramic coating from Avalon King, along with a bunch of car cleaning products from Vash. All you got to do is head on over to freedomseatapparelco.com, pick yourself up a shirt or a hat. Each shirt will count as 5 entries toward it. Each hat will count as 2. And when I get 1,000 subscribers, I will pick 2 of you. Hey, real quick, actually, before we jump into the video, I just wanted to point out, I got this awesome carbon fiber license plate frame. This guy on Instagram, his Instagram is Racing Pro Shop. I will put a link to that in the description here. He reached out to me and asked me if I wanted one. It is like full carbon fiber. It's not like a cover or anything like that. It's legit carbon fiber. If you have a GT500, you can customize it, have it say GT500, or have it say whatever you want for that matter. But I just wanted to point it out because the quality is awesome, and I wanted to give him a shout if anyone also is interested in something like that. Oh no, I'm not getting any traction. It's boost weather, but no traction. All right, so I just wanted to get on here and talk real quick because I heard something on social media this morning. I don't know any truth to this at all because I haven't dived too much into it, but it would not surprise me. And maybe some of you watching this have heard this, but it goes along the lines with, I made a video about a week or so ago talking about how if you have an S197 platform car that you should probably hang on to it because they're a lot easier to tune and they're not going to have any issues with tuning and buying parts for and all that kind of stuff. So I'll put a link to that up here. I'll put a card to that. So I saw a post, I can't remember if it was Instagram or Facebook or something, but someone was saying that now on eBay is not complying with the EPA 100%, to where you are not allowed to buy, sell, or trade any aftermarket parts for your car. Like, for example, you can't buy or sell headers and catback exhaust. Now, if anyone has more insight on this, please let me know and drop a comment. But with the way things are going with the EPA and how everything is forecasting going forward, that would not surprise me at all, one bit. So if anyone has more information on that, that has tried to buy, sell, or trade headers, exhausts, superchargers, you know, your basic bolt-ons for your car, eBay is now no longer allowing that. They're 100% complying with the EPA. So with that said, that kind of makes me think that it's not just gonna be eBay. Stuff like this, every time this stuff happens where someone complies with certain regulations, no matter how stupid and how obscene they are, it's always a snowball effect. It's not ever just one. If one does something of sort, like what I just said, how the EPA and eBay are kind of just going hand in hand, it's a snowball effect. So other companies are going to be forced to comply to where you can't buy or sell anything when it comes to aftermarket exhaust, headers, superchargers, cold air intakes, throttle bodies, basically everything that you can do for your car, not just your Mustang or your GT500, anything, Hellcat, Chevy, all the above. So it makes you think, how soon until you need to know a guy under the table to buy like aftermarket exhaust or a smaller pulley for your supercharger? Or I feel like it's going to be getting that way rather soon. If I had to guess, I would probably say we're at the most, we're 5 to 10 years away from that happening, unless certain people in office are no longer in office and things change. I just think it's only a matter of time before you can't buy anything. And I mentioned in my video before, a couple of videos back, that I think we're only a matter of 5 to 10 years or so away from that happening, and maybe 15 to 20 to where they're going to outlaw gas-powered cars completely at some point. I think it's going to be, with everything going EV, if they continue to push super hard on that, I think buying a gas-powered car is going to be a thing of the past, especially when it comes to something like an S197, GT500, or even the S550 platform, just anything in general that is an internal combustion type of a vehicle. It's going away. So if you own an S197, if you own an S550, if you own anything that you have a highly modified or even remotely modified, and you're thinking about, oh, maybe I should sell this to get X, Y, and Z. I should sell this to get the new S650 platform, or sell it because I just want to. You should reconsider that. Because if you sold it and then you changed your mind a few years down the road, and then you got like another S197 or S550, just something, for example, the parts that you purchased to put on your car years prior might not ever be available again. So if you have something like what I got, I have a 2012 GT500, I have a VMP Gen 2R supercharger, a 67mm throttle body, colder intake, bigger injectors, headers, X-pipe, exhaust, fuel pump. I have quite a bit others. A VMP Gen 2R, I think I said that. So you sold because you got bored with it, and then you wanted to purchase again and rebuild like another platform again. You might not be able to. So I guess what I'm trying to get at with today's video is, if you have anything where you've invested a lot of time and money into by putting aftermarket parts into, I would highly consider hanging on to it. Don't sell it to start over or start a new platform, because you might not be able to get that back again. Because that's something I've thought about. Oh, I could sell my GT500, I could buy a 1314 completely stock, start over from scratch. And I was like, man, I put so much into it, with the supercharger, the headers, the exhaust, and everything else I put into it, the headlights, taillights, the heat exchanger, all that stuff. I can start over again. But at the point that I do that, with how hard the EPA is pushing everything, and how now, like I said, how eBay is 100% compliant with it, who's to say 6 months to a year, 2 years, 3 years, other companies are going to start to be compliant, and it's going to be illegal for companies to sell those kinds of parts. So you might not be able to get those at all again. So if you have anything like what I have, or anything in general that you've invested a lot of time and money into, man, I would hang on to it. It doesn't matter if it's a 2007 GT500, a 14, even a Corvette, like even Hellcat, just anything in general. Just man, I would hang on to it. I would, because like I said, it's how things are going, you might not be able to get those back again. Quick little side note when it comes to aftermarket parts. So I have a McLeod RXT clutch in this. It's the 1,000 horsepower rated clutch. It's the only aftermarket clutch I've had in this car. Now, I've felt other clutches before, and a lot of them have felt pretty stiff. You know what I'm watching this with, particularly the 2011 and 12 GT500 that has the McLeod RXT? Does the clutch feel close to stock, like with the clutch pressure? Because mine feels relatively soft. It feels like it did with the stock clutch. I haven't driven any other GT500s that have the same clutch as mine. So is it normal for a 11, 12 GT500 with the McLeod RXT clutch to have the same feel as a stock clutch? Everything else seems fine. It just feels soft. Wasn't sure if that was supposed to be that way. So anyone that has this, drop a comment and let me know if I'm experiencing something that is supposed to be that way, or it's not. Just so drop a comment and let me know. Well, I didn't really intend on this to be in a long talking head type of a video, but it was on my mind, and I saw that about eBay, and it really struck a chord with me, and it made me think, like, well, eBay isn't going to be the only company that's going to go forward with stuff like that. I think it's going to be a bunch of other companies that are going to catch on to that, and it's going to be harder and harder to purchase anything for your car unless you know someone that's selling parts and you go pick it up in person. It's just getting harder and harder with the way things are going. So as I said, if you have a GT500, a Mustang, a Corvette, a Hellcat, anything that you've invested a lot of time, money, and effort into that you've modified, my advice is I would just hang on to it, because you might not be able to get your car to that point again, or another car to that point for that matter. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. If you guys are watching this and you're not subscribed, please do me a solid, hit subscribe, drop a like, and drop a comment. I would appreciate it. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.